education and technical and digital education in particular. Kevin Santer is with us, the lead instructor for career and technical education at Michigan Virtual. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Mitch.
So I understand that you teach computer science online now, but you actually started as a software engineer. So that's a big leap. What made you decide to jump from designing software to teaching about it?
Yeah, there's a few reasons. So I grew up in a family where education was huge, tons of educate. I added it up at one time, and in my extended family, I think I came up with like 27 teachers at various levels. So in some ways, it was kind of destiny. Um, and I reached a point in my career where I was ready for something new. Some of it wasn't particularly dissatisfaction with what I was doing, but just ready for a new challenge. I did 20 years as a software developer, and I thought I'd take a gamble on this. I mean, there's some ego involved, right? Like if you just let me explain it my way, then I know students will understand it. And there's also the kind of cliche answer of I know I make a difference, right? There's rough days and there's good days, but pretty much any day I can think of some moment or some interaction where I know that I actually made an impact on someone.
Yeah.
So it's turned out to be a good choice.
What's the trick, if there is one, of teaching computer information or computer programming online?
Yeah, if there was a single trick, then you'd probably hear me touring the country, preaching about it. But the real thing I think is what's true of any kind of teaching, right? It's relationship building. And while it's different online, it's still a huge factor, And so while I don't have the day after day face-to-face contact with students, I have lots of opportunities for one-on-one meetings with them. And so I think finding the solution or the explanation or the encouragement that works for a particular student and kind of being willing to, get back off the ground when you get knocked down by something bad and come up with a new approach. I know that's not, that doesn't sound like magic, but I think that's a big part of teaching.
Well, I think it's wonderful. And are you finding that people are responding to learning in that way?
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes we can get caught up in a debate, about online good, in class bad, and vice versa. And I think that's a foolish way to look at it, where each of them have something to offer, and each is a better fit for a particular student. I think online, it's great for students with scheduling difficulties. I had a kid who competed internationally in luge last year and just didn't have the schedule to suit, a traditional class, but also the ones who maybe have less of a voice in a face-to-face classroom. They're concerned about asking the dumb question, or they need more processing time, and so they get drowned out in a conversation, or their questions don't get answered. And I think online things can be great for them. On top of that, the ability to work at your pace and to get the help right when you need it instead of just being where the class is.
That's definitely the first time I've heard that a guy couldn't do it because he was doing luge. Okay. He had a luge competition. Okay.
That's a pretty good excuse, right?
That's an excellent excuse. Yeah. That's about as good an excuse as you're going to come up with. Wow. Okay. Having actually participated in luge competitions, I can say that is a very, very significant and legitimate reason to miss a class. So, thank you for what you do, Kevin, and thanks for helping kids around here. And you won the 2019 Online Teacher of the Year award, so you must be doing something right. Congratulations on all that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for the chance to talk.